Hello everyone and welcome back to this channel. So in today's video I'll be showing you how I made this butterfly dress. So before we get started, if you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please hit on the subscribe button, like and share. So guys, let's get started. So yeah, I went ahead to fold my fabric into two. So this is the right side of the fabric. So I had about 2 yards of fabric here. So I'm just going to measure what I have here and get the center point of it. So I had about 37 inches. Then I'll be marking out the center point, which was about 18 and a half. So I'm just marking out the center point like so. So I'll mark my 18 and a half on the center. And on the sides, it turned out that the fabric wasn't straight. So I'm just going to mark out my 18 and a half on the center point and also mark my 37 inches on the side so I can just straighten out that part. Once I was done marking out my center point, I'm just going to connect with a straight rule like so. I'm connecting all the way to the down part. So once I'm done connecting the center point, I also went ahead to straighten out my sides. So next, all the measurements will be starting from this center point we just made. So my neckline, I'll be using 8 inches, that is for the full neckline. So I'll mark 4 on one side and another 4 on the other side. That'll give me my 8 inches. Then for the width for the front, I'll be using 5 inches. So I'm just connecting that 5 inches to my neck width. So the neck depth for the back, I'll be using 1.5 inches. So I'm also connecting it to the both sides of my neck width. So next, from that center measurement, I'll determine my shoulder measurement, which is 7.5. So I'm just marking 7.5 from that center on one side, and the rest of the fabric will be the length of my sleeve. So on the other part, I'll also mark my shoulder measurement, which is 7.5, and also my sleeve will be the remaining part of the fabric. So next, I'm just going to determine my body measurement. That is my shoulder to bust measurement. I'm going to mark it like so. Shoulder to waist, which is my half length. From my shoulder to my hip line, I'm so marking it like so. Then the rest will be the full length of the gown. So I'm just going to take that measurement on the other part like so. So once again, my shoulder to bust measurement, I had about 11 inches. My half length is 16 inches. Then my shoulder to hip line, I have 26 inches. So we're dividing body measurement by 2. So my bust measurement, I had about 37 inches. Divided by 2, I'll have 18.5. 18.5 divided by 2 also, I had 9.25. So I'll place 9.25 on that center line I have there. Then I'll mark it on both sides. Then I'll add also 1 inch allowance on both sides like so. So I hope you guys understand. So you divide your body measurement by 2, then you also divide that one we had by 2 again, so we'll have same measurement on both sides. Then you add 1 inch seam allowance also on both sides. So I'll repeat the same measurement for the waist and the hip line. So my hip line, you divide your hip line, so it's just like basically dividing it by 4. Then one part of it is going on the left and one part of it is going on the right. Then add seam allowance of 1 inch on both sides. So what I have on the hip line is what I'll be putting on the hem line. So I'm just going to mark what I have on the hip line on my hem line. So once we're done with that, we'll connect those dots we made. So I'll be using my rule to connect my bust line to the waistline. Then from the waistline to the hip line like so, using a curve rule. I'll do same for the other parts of this dress. So I also use a straight rule to connect from my hip line down to my hem line, just like so. So once you're done doing that, um also go ahead and cut out my neck width. I'll be cutting out the back part first. So I'll just get my scissors and cut out the back part of this neck width first. So once you're done cutting out the back, I'll just raise up the front and cut the front alone. Also went ahead to straighten out the side to make it straight and equal. And also I'm going to open up that folded part we have here. So guys, once we're done trimming out everything we need to be trimmed, I'll go ahead and modify the front neckline because I don't want it V-shaped. So I'm just folding my front bodice like so, right side facing right side like so. I'm just going to go ahead and cut out a round shape because it's looking kind of a V. So I wanted a round shape, so I'm just going to trim it off well like so. So guys, this is what I got. I've gotten the round shape I wanted. So next I'm going to turn the neckline with a bias. Just go ahead and turn my neckline, the front and the back with a bias. So I went ahead to turn my front neckline and this is what I have, and also for the back. Also went ahead to sew the shoulder line with about half an inch. So next what we are going to do is we're going to fold the sides like so. Just going to go ahead and fold the side one, two, like so. I'm going to fold from one end to the other end, and also the same thing for the other side. So next we'll turn it to the right side of the fabric and go over to the sewing machine and sew on that curve we made. But if you want this dress to be like a free dress, you're just going to use a straight line. That means your hip line will be on your bust line, so it will just be like a straight line downwards. So after sewing that, we'll also go ahead and hem the down part of the dress. So you just take it to your sewing machine and fold it to hem the down part. So next also we'll be leaving a slit, so we'll be able to walk in the dress. So I'll be using a slit of about 18 inches. So I'm just going to mark out 18 inches from the down part. So all our sewing will stop at that 18 inches like so. So I'll also do the same for the other part of the dress. Also, I went ahead to iron stones to the dress because the client ordered for stones on her dress. So this is me just arranging my stones. So once I'm done doing this, I'm just going to sew all we've just explained in this video and show you guys the final look. Voila! So here we have it. This is what the dress came out like. So guys, please, if you found this video helpful, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and share this video. I will see you in the next class. Bye.